It's the holiday season, packages at the door, and theft is rampant in Philly. Now, even more. We've got ways to keep your boxes and bags safe away from porch pirates prowling from place to place. It's Monday, November 24th. I'm Trenae Nuri, and here's some hacks to stop package theft. Joining me for this conversation is CityCast Philly executive producer Matt Katz. Hey, Matt.
Trenae, I have so many package stories for you.
Oh, I can't wait. And also joining us, and who came up with a lot of research for this episode, is our producer, Abby Fritz. Hey, Abby.
Hi, Trenae. This was my hyperfixation for a good 6 months. So glad it's going to use.
Is it because your packages keep getting swiped by porch pirates?
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. And we work from home. So if it's happening to me, I can't imagine that it's not happening to other people. I've had a package stolen and then dropped back off after they realized it was just a bunch of plastic hangers. And
they returned it. Do you do free returns, Abby?
You know what? I'll take it because I'm never ordering anything crazy to my house. It's mostly needs. So if you don't like what I ordered, please drop it back off.
Sometimes hilarious.
Sometimes they will grab the box, take stuff out of it, and then dump the empty box on the street. So I've found boxes with my name on it a few days later, around the corner or 2 blocks away.
That would piss me off.
I've also seen people follow the Amazon trucks. It seems like they are shadowing the Amazon trucks as they're making their rounds so they could just take shit off the stoop right after it's put on a stoop, which is wild.
Okay, so were you guys ever waiting for a package that you really, really needed? Because some stuff I feel like if it's toothpaste, if it's toilet paper, it sucks that it's stolen, but you can reorder that.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't have to pay. Amazon will sometimes just resend it, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the other day I have to get very specific shorts for rugby, and I ordered some from a rugby website, and it was meant to be dropped off. It gave the delivery window during the daytime, and then it was dropped off at 10 p.m. at night, and I was actually at rugby practice when it was dropped off, and it got stolen. And I was just one, why are you making people deliver packages at 10 p.m. at night? I'm why are these poor delivery drivers having to do that? And then 2, please just give me the appropriate window, because I've had so many things stolen because I, planned around the window and then it came outside the window time anyway.
Mm. And then sometimes if it's super late delivery or an early morning delivery, 6 a.m., they don't knock or ring the bell, I guess, in order to not wake you up. But then it gets stolen because you don't know it's on your porch.
Let me tell you, there's probably a lot of camera footage in Philadelphia with me in pajamas running at 5 a.m. to get my package.
That's hilarious.
Well, you know what? Speaking of this whole porch pirate conversation, I've got to add that, it's not just people that have porches. It's also apartment living. I previously lived in an apartment tower in West Philly. During my time, we had a change in management. So the new managers, they got rid of the front door attendant who would be the person to collect packages for the residents in this apartment. So instead, they built and created a package room, which was cool in theory, but it forced us to use an app. And you had to pay a monthly, a small monthly fee to access the package room.
Oh my God.
And so then there became you had this accessibility issue, financially. And then you literally had a limit. You had to pick up your packages in 48 hours.
What?
Or you're going to get charged. It just became a headache. And it is so complicated for people that live in apartment buildings. And let's say you have to go to the office, the apartment building office. And sometimes the office is not going to be open late at night or at 5 a.m.
Sure.
So it becomes a headache.
Can I tell you my craziest package theft experience? Mm-hmm. So It was Halloween season a few years ago, and my kids' Halloween costumes and my Halloween costume was all in the same box, were stolen off my stoop. So a neighbor knocks on my door a few hours later, and she's like, I saw what happened. I know who has your packages. Let's go. So me and this woman, the neighbor, I'll call her the good neighbor. Me and the good neighbor, we go around the corner and we confront this other neighbor. I'll call her the bad neighbor, the alleged thief. And my good neighbor starts berating this other neighbor. She's like, I've seen you steal packages off my stoop. I know you stole his packages. And now you stole his kids' Halloween costumes. That's so effed up. So the bad neighbor was shamed into going into her house and giving me back my kids' Halloween costumes. We actually got it back.
Rightfully so, I feel like.
I told her it was messed up to steal from your neighbors, like go to a different neighborhood or something. No offense to your neighborhoods,
oh my
guys.
God, man.
The postscript to this story is that one of those costumes, my son's costume, was a blow-up minion. Like the Minions,
inflatable
right?
Minions,
inflatable was an inflatable Minion, like the Minions, the cartoon. So cut to 2 weeks later, and we're trick or treating around the neighborhood, and this bad neighbor sees my son, and she's so excited. She loves the costumes. Apparently, a big Minions fan, and she's gushing over my son. She takes a picture of him in the Minions costume. She's like, "You're so cute." I'm like, damn, lady, you almost ruined Halloween.
She is the minion.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Because I've only had wonderful experiences, like, with my neighbors. Like, on the last block I lived on, there was one neighbor who, when I first moved in, I freaked out because, like, all of my packages were gone one day. And, like, you know, when you first move in somewhere, you're getting a lot of stuff. And then I realized one of our neighbors who, like, he's retired. He sits out on his stoop a lot, smoking cigarettes. He like kind of took it upon himself to just grab everybody's packages because they'll get stolen so quickly. And yeah, no, he deserves an award. Shout out, John. You're wonderful.
Totally.
Thank you, John. And but I didn't know at first, and so he left like a sticky note on my door and was like, "I have all your packages. Come grab them." And so John holds on to everything. So it sucks that you like you had a good neighbor.
I had a good neighbor experience and a bad neighbor experience.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, right? Because to be fair, we all deserve due process.
That's true.
Could you imagine if there was like, Matt, because I've seen your doppelganger walking around Philly. And so could you imagine if I was like, oh my God, it was him. It was Matt. Matt stole my package. And you're like clearly, I don't know, in a different state or something. And then you end up like there's footage, but it's not clear footage of this person that could be you, and then you're the crumb bum of the day on Word to the Wise social media page, and your whole career is ruined.
That's true.
And
That's true.
I just feel like, I mean, now the probability of that is like probably low, but
we should you're saying we should be careful to pinning blame on somebody. I mean, apparently this woman was a known package stealer. She would actually go around to other neighbors and knock on the door to try to sell the shit to like that she had stolen back to other neighbors. So
as in ransom,
like shaking them down. No, what the
hell is going on?
You want your Martha Stewart CBD gummies back? Then you better. You want those Bombas socks back? And knock knock. I happen to just find them on the street.
I don't know, but Bombas are pretty good. I would like really be like, yeah, I really do need those back.
She apparently only sold to people that she hadn't stolen from, but another neighbor, he said his mother-in-law had once, she didn't know what was going on, and she actually bought non-dairy coffee creamer from this woman who knocked on her door just because she didn't know what else to do. Because it is like the most random stuff ever, and you do wonder what they do with it, and some of them, I guess, just like go door to door selling it.
She is a minion.
She should watch out because, like, there are serious consequences in Pennsylvania for stealing packages. It's a felony if the package is delivered by USPS, and that's like a national law across the country. And in PA, there's Act 41, which made the crime a felony for repeat offenders. and if the stolen items add up to $2,000, no matter what mail service they're delivered through. So
Wow.
it sounds like
She
between
better
all the
be
stuff,
careful.
yeah,
that's true.
it might be a felony.
Although it's unclear how often perpetrators are actually charged. The Philadelphia Citizen asked District Attorney Larry Krasner's office recently how many times it's prosecuted people for mail theft under this state law, but after repeated attempts, it did not get an answer, which indicates it's probably not a priority, and maybe people rarely, if ever, get charged for this. Philly police also don't arrest people very often for this because they say it's just rarely reported. They do want us to report it, but I mean, have you ever called the cops on package theft? Could you imagine calling 911 and being like, my socks were stolen?
In Philadelphia?
Right.
They have enough to do, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Okay, so with this whole package theft, it's not just our experience and the stories that we've heard. There are some real stats to this.
Yeah, we last year we had the second highest rate of package theft in the country. This is according to a survey by Safewise, which is a home security research group. Things were apparently better last year. Chicago's apparently the worst in the country. So we've gone down in the rankings, but still, it is a major problem, specifically in urban areas. This Safewise group found that Americans lost $15 billion worth of packages just in the last year. That's 104 million packages stolen, 250,000 stolen every day. I mean, it's just like a mind-boggling figure, right?
Whew, well, we've got some hacks on how to protect your packages after the break.
Something I see that a lot of people do are Ring cameras. I don't have a Ring camera, but you guys do, right? Do you think it helps?
Well, here's the thing. If we could be honest, at times a Ring camera is helpful because it's actual footage of something that happened. Although I sometimes have anxiety because every moment someone walking their dog, I get alerted.
Oh, God.
Right.
That there's a person by the door. And it's like, no, they're not by the door, actually, Ring camera. That's just Tom walking the dog. And so and then you also get these like neighborhood alerts. God forbid a firework goes off. So then everyone's like, bing, 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 bing. Was it a gunshot? Was it a gunshot? Yeah. And it's just, sometimes I do get overwhelmed by the notifications.
Yeah, and my battery can get overwhelmed because in these row home neighborhoods, if you don't have the Ring camera hardwired, then the motion alerts will go off constantly because people, like Trenae was saying, are walking by. So people will turn off the motion alert. So your camera only goes on if someone rings your bell. So that makes it almost impossible to know who took your package if they don't actually ring your bell before they're stealing your package.
You know, in my neighborhood, all of the Ring cameras got spray painted. Like if they were on the outside, people came around and just spray painted them.
Oh, so that's some dirty work right there.
I'm like, that's so much effort to just get my whatever I've ordered, whatever random thing. But some people, it looks like they put them inside their house now, in the window, and maybe you can plug it in easier too,
smart.
To charge it.
That
so
is
I don't know,
smart.
that could be an option, but it does sound like Ring cameras are more of a deterrent because no one's reporting anyway. So it's like, if maybe people are seeing the Ring camera and saying, I won't try it, but it does kind of seem like everybody's just getting stuff stolen, you know?
Yeah. It's not foolproof. So the Ring camera is one obvious method. What else can we do?
So one thing I looked into early on was a P.O. box. And long story short, it's a little pricey. But it is a good option, in terms that it's they're actually at the post office. USPS has them. There's a couple other services like UPS that offers them. And with USPS, at least, you can have packages delivered there from most other carriers. And they make it easier too by keeping your signature on file. So you can just go into your P.O. box and leave. You don't have to sign every time. But I think the hard part with this is with USPS, there isn't locations across the whole city. not all of them offer PO boxes. And also like they have different sizes too. There's sizes from like extra small to extra large. And so like, I don't know about you guys, but like the extra small size holds 10 to 15 letters and 3 rolled magazines. I don't have my mail stolen usually, like the letters, like no one cares about my mail. They're looking at my packages. And so even like the medium size, which holds a bit more, but you know, not like multiple packages, it's going to cost me $420 a year for a PO box at USPS. And then if you lose your key, it's $3. If you have to replace a lock, it's $7. It's like the stuff just keeps adding up. And then if your mailbox gets full, the stuff is going to get returned to sender. So it's like you have to be on top of also not just like keeping that key and going to this USPS location that has a PO box available for you, but then you have to go back all the time. So, you know, it depends what you're looking for. UPS doesn't even advertise how much their mailbox services cost. So I bet it's not better. You know what I mean? But maybe.
But then there are other private companies that do this sort of thing. And there's like kind of PO box-esque stores out there, right?
Yeah, it's basically like independent PO boxes. There's just really not a lot of them. I've seen one on South Street, the South Street Business Center, and it's $300 a year. It's a little cheaper, and it kind of does the same thing that USPS does, where like they accept all mail service providers, and also like this particular place, it gives you 24-hour access to the location, so you can pick up your packages. And then I saw Liberty's parcel over in Northern Liberties. Similar service. But I was trying to look if there are any others in the city. And please, if you know of more, send them my way because there's just like not a ton. And I think this could be a real like niche in the market that needs to be filled.
Right.
Absolutely. Okay. How about those giant anti-theft mailbox things?
Oh, that people have in front of their houses, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a private mailbox.
But it's massive and ugly.
They are ugly.
Do you want your package stolen or not?
Right. No, I mean, I don't blame people, but it does kind of screw up the streetscape.
I mean, they are like relatively affordable if you have space out front. Like this is not going to work for an apartment. This is not going to work for certain places like I can't even leave my trash can out front anymore. Like I got a ticket from the city for leaving my trash bin out front, like if it wasn't my trash day. So I don't know, like depending on neighborhood, how it works. But the cheapest ones, the ones that are like made out of plastic, they go for like $120 on Amazon if you wanted one, which is a lot cheaper than a PO box, and you only have to do it once. And then like some of the ones that are more like automated and or metal, they'll run like $300, and they all have like anti-theft properties, waterproof. But I also don't know, like it's you have to like attach them to like your building somehow, like your rail or something. And it doesn't seem like all of them have a super easy way to do that. So I've seen people like drill holes in the side of them to like chain it up to their rail. I don't know. It all seems like a hassle to me, and the delivery person actually has to put it into the mailbox thing. I've walked past people's houses where they have the mailbox, but then they still have a package on their door, and it's like you don't know if delivery people will know to do that or yada yada yada.
Yep.
Well, here's my thing. I clicked on the link and it literally says parcels. Could it not be any more obvious that, hey, come visit me and see what I have inside?
Truly. And like, I'm sure you could break into like especially the plastic ones. I think you could get into that if you really wanted to, you know?
Well, I've used Amazon lockers, especially when like, I think you said it earlier, I just moved into the new house and I knew I was going to be busy driving all over the place. I just sent packages to the Amazon locker. There's Amazon lockers at Whole Foods and Staples and ShopRite, 7-Elevens.
The standalone places that are just Amazon locations. Yeah.
And these Amazon lockers could be inside a building or on the outside. And you just have a lot more access. But you do have to get your package within like 3 days. But it's as you're ordering your packages off of Amazon, it's just like so easy to just click on a nearby locker to pick up your package.
This has like saved my butt so many times. So many times I've been able to just pick an Amazon locker pickup location And not all items are available for pickup like at lockers, but I'll find one that is. And there are some Amazon lockers that like are accessible 24/7. Like the ones in Staples, you have to make sure you're going during Staples hours. But there are also some that are like on the outside of buildings. Then you can get it whenever you want, which is so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
The Amazon locker is also great for returns. You just like put your QR code in, the little box opens. You don't even need to repackage it often. Just throw in the item. Very high tech.
I don't really do a lot of returns.
Oh, everything fits?
Everything fits, everything works. Amazon knows me pretty well, so.
And I feel like if your package, like if you didn't do it to a locker and your Amazon package gets stolen, I do feel like I have the least amount of trouble getting a refund from Amazon as opposed to like other carriers.
Interesting.
Another carrier that I use a lot is UPS, and it's another super cost-effective option. It's essentially free if you want to pick up your package at like a different location that isn't your house, like have it sent somewhere else. So all you have to do for UPS is go on their website and you make an account for free. It's called UPS My Choice. And then you can go into your settings and set a delivery preference to a different pickup location than your house. So then anything sent to your house with your name and your address that matches your account will just automatically go to this pickup location. And one thing I like about it is like they do have partners across the city, but they really utilize local businesses. So like my pickup location is a dry cleaners. So they have so many locations all across the city. And it's just so easy because like when I see UPS is delivering a package, I don't even worry about it because I know it's just going to go to my pickup location. I'll call them and they'll be like, oh yeah, we have your package. And then I go get it. Also, when you sign up for that free account, you get discounts on things like delivery changes.
Delivery changes, like you originally had it going to your apartment. Now you wanted to go to the dry cleaner.
Yeah, exactly. Or $6 to hold at a UPS location, $10 to reschedule a delivery if like maybe you just need it to come on Thursday instead of Wednesday, and then $8 to upgrade to UPS Ground. And then if you think you'd use all of those things often, you can upgrade to the premium account for $20 a year and get all of that for no extra charge. But honestly, I don't pay for any extra services with UPS. I just have my settings set up and I don't think about it. I know I'm going to go to my dry cleaner and I just double check that they aren't on vacation. Because one time I did have to wait a month for a package when they went on vacation.
Oh my goodness.
FedEx is pretty similar, but I feel like it's more complicated. They partner with Walgreens and Dollar General, so you can pick up your package there. They also have standalone stores across the city, but they're mostly in Center City, so it's hard to find a FedEx spot like outside of that area. You can request to hold a package at a pickup location. You do get a whole week to pick up once it's at a location. So that's always good and convenient. But, you know, FedEx pickup locations are pretty sparse around here. Not the most convenient if you don't live downtown. And there's a similar vibe with DHL, which I mean, I don't know very many people who have used DHL.
Yeah, I don't get a lot from them. Yeah,
it's mostly international packages.
Oh,
so
okay,
if you're getting something from overseas, you might have to work around DHL.
It's free to redirect packages to a pickup location, but there just aren't very many DHL pickup locations. You can also schedule DHL packages to be left with a neighbor or a security guard in your building, which is a pretty cool option. But again, the pickup locations are pretty limited.
I literally think when I was looking at DHL the other day that they have 3 pickup locations in the like entirety of Philadelphia, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think the worst service to work with whenever I get a package that was sent through USPS, I know it's going to be a nightmare because basically anything you want to do with USPS is going to cost you money. So once it's sent, if you want to redirect your package to be picked up at like a pickup location or like to be held at a USPS location, you have to go through the person who sent it. So then you're going to have to contact the website. They're going to have to pay for it to be sent to a pickup location. And I'm sorry, I doubt that they're going to do it. You know, like most of the time, unless it's like grandma who sent you something through USPS, I don't think they want to do all of that. And also, when I've had to do that before, make sure you bring an ID when you go pick it up, because they are a stickler. Like when I had to do a pickup through FedEx, where they like, it does say on their website you need to bring an ID. I had like my old address on it because I had recently moved, and they were like, it's fine, your name's on it. With USPS, they will turn you away if everything doesn't match up. So make sure you've got that. But then you can do USPS package intercept, which allows you to change the address that it's going to be delivered to, but it's going to cost you $19 minimum.
Damn.
$19.
That's crazy.
And maybe more, depending on where you need it sent to, because you can't just go from Philadelphia to like Kansas or something and expect it to not cost more. So best case scenario with USPS is that the sender knows you want it to be delivered to a pickup location. And you can request a quote unquote hold for pickup, and like it's like an option whether you're in store or online, and then you can select the location you want it sent to, and then the recipient has 15 days to pick it up, which is a good chunk of time. And I just always know with USPS, I'm just like, it's going to be a nightmare. And that is why I've done this thing before that this is like worst case scenario. And I've only ever done it with USPS, even though you can do it with like UPS and FedEx and a couple other service providers. But I do a mail hold. If I know I'm getting like 5 to 10 packages, it's all coming from one mail service, or if I'm going to be away for a weekend or something came up, I'm not going to be in town, I'll do this. But they hate it. They hate it, especially if it's a lot of packages. Like one time this happened to me, and they hold everything, and then you have to go to your USPS location to pick it up. The problem is apparently I didn't know what my USPS location is, and they don't tell you on the website where the mail's being held anywhere. Crazy, right? Seems weird. So I went to the closest USPS location to me, and they were like, nope, it's not us. That's not this. We don't have your mail. And I was like, oh, do you know where it is? And they're like, no. Good luck. And so I went to another one around, and these people were able to help me a little more. They were like, no, it's not us, but try this location. And the location they sent me to on Google Maps said temporarily closed. And I pulled up, and it looks like a warehouse. Like there's some like USPS mail trucks, and there are like mail delivery people around, but it doesn't look like there's like a door I can go into or something. So I went up to one of the mail people, and they were like, oh yeah, go knock on that door. Just like a metal door, no window, nothing. I knock on the door, and someone answers it, and they're like, oh yeah, we have your packages. And they literally gave me all of my packages out of this like warehouse. But I mean, I couldn't even like see on maps that it was open. It was technically the closest one to me, but it said like temporarily closed and does not look like a USPS location at all from the outside.
That's wild.
If you do a mail hold, make sure you know which one is your location before you do it, or you're going to be driving all around Philadelphia.
Whew.
Gosh. Well, there is another kind of option. It's not specifically called a mailed hold. It's, hey, neighbor, can you hold my package?
Right.
Yes.
That's the move. I have 4 people on speed dial for such purposes. 4 neighbors. Not the package theft neighbor, but the other
I'm
neighbors.
going to call her,
neighbors.
not the bad neighbor. We're
Not
calling her
neighbor.
Minion.
Your package minion.
Well, Matt, that's good that you have those 4 neighbors on speed dial. And I think really the lessons learned in this whole conversation, maybe let's shop less. And most importantly, we have to kind of develop more organic relationships with our neighbors. Personally, I haven't experienced porch pirates within this year that I've lived in this new neighborhood that I'm in. And I think it's because of the bonds that we have in this community. And so I think we need to develop real life relationships with our neighbors.
Yeah, I think that's a great approach. I mean, living on a row home block, you're so close to people. They see what's going on your stoop. You see what's going on in their stoop. So get their phone numbers, say hi, grab their package if you're walking by and you see it lying there. Give them a text, tell them to come by and pick it up. I think that's a great way to build community out of something that's pretty annoying.
Oh, yeah. Everybody needs a John.
Everybody needs a John.
I was just going to say, everyone needs a John. Everyone needs a good neighbor. And I have a great neighbor who looks out for all of us. But the unfortunate thing is he's got a Raiders flag in his window.
Boo, go Birds.
Yeah. Anyway, Matt, Abby, thank you so much for joining me for this conversation of how to beat the Porch Pirates.
That's the first time I've heard your pirate voice.
It just
amazing.
comes out of my head.
Thank you, guys. Good luck out there this holiday season.
Yeah, happy shopping, everyone.
That's all for us today here on CityCast Philly. If you are a little less stressed about mail theft after listening to this episode, send it to your bestie who will definitely be getting some holiday gifts in the mail this season. Also, rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. And we want your worst Porch Pirate stories. So send us a text at 215-259-8170. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Philly, to learn more about what else Philly is talking about. And don't forget, you can support the show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Philly neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye. You know, I'll do the Halloween cackle, and then I'll do the holiday rhyme. That's gonna be my thing.
Mm-hmm. Love that.
Nice.
Love
Great. I'll do the Hanukkah alliteration.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.